First of all, I want to congratulate you with your first prize. Very good. Could you tell us something about your project?
Yeah, well, actually we deal with the infrastructure theme, but not in the sense of the technical issue, but the possibility of think infrastructure as well as a place of dwelling, of building dwelling values. That's the real point of the work. So what we think is that in Sao Paulo, which is a huge city, plenty of problems with less money, as we live in a poor country, as you know, we still have some investments happening in the city. And those investments basically are on infrastructure because the city, from the government, because the city must work, the production must happen. And Sao Paulo is a strong city in terms of Latin America. So the idea is how can we take advantage of those investments in infrastructure, which has been done in areas far from the central area, I mean at the periphery, because the problems of a metropolis like Sao Paulo, they are not local problems but systemic problems. So especially we focus on the flooding problem, and because of the flooding it stops the metropolitan floods, the metropolitan production. The government is investing money to build water reservoirs at the periphery where the water comes from.
Yeah.
So we see this as an opportunity. Well, let's take this money, this investment, to produce benefits for the systemic problems of the city, but also for the local ones. So we know that the flooding problems and the informal sectors of the city, they are together because basically the invasion, the informal sectors, they are on environmental fragile areas such as the water front.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility, that's a goal somehow, because we do see some ways of increasing the quality of life at the city.
Which is, of course,
With
very important.
the question.
And probably also the question to architects nowadays. Like, I can imagine that is much more important than just building these icons, right? But did you see the movie about Caracas?
Yes, it could be Sao Paulo.
Yeah, I would say so.
Almost the same.
And that is also their goal, no? To make this kind of systematic system as well. And do you think such a system, like they were talking also about the transport, for example, and do you think such a system would fit in Sao Paulo?
Well, the topographic situation is different.
Yeah.
It would fit in Rio de Janeiro, which has the same kind of topography. But the idea Alfredo and Hilbert, they are carrying on for the metro cable, it's a really fantastic idea. And we are probably working together on this project. I might meet them in July in Caracas.
Really?
And this is another goal of this Biennale, because
it came forth from the Biennale.
It's a way of making a net of relationships, professional relationships, which can make a difference, because in terms of Latin America, all the problems, they are the same.
Yeah.
And we can help each other, join all the efforts.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. Also, the Berlage Institute is starting a new research project on 3 cities in South America.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's already official, so I won't tell the cities, but I think, you might play a role in one of the cities. It might. But I think it's a very interesting way of dealing with these new situations. And
this we are completely sure about. Our question in Brazil is not doing what we could call architectures. won't change anything our reality, and that's why we are losing our importance in Brazil, because the society knows that.
It doesn't fit anymore to the.
So we have to create a new space of belonging to the social debate and so on and so on.
And you think that is the responsibility of the architect?
It is, but it's tough for our educational background, because we are educated to do architecture.
Yeah,
we are expected to do really gorgeous, shiny, and beautiful. So it's difficult. We have to change some paradigms to be able to go for this, because they are not what we call in Portuguese photogénicos.
Picturesque.
Things like that, because you're not so much visible as form. So, but that's the new question maybe for an architect.
Yeah, and who else could do it? That's a bit sad, no? Because we are not educated for it. On the other hand, I also talked to the Caracas guys, and they said, maybe we are educated for it, because we are educated to link several layers of information.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe we can do this, because it's about infrastructure and And did you study in Sao Paulo?
Yes.
Okay.
And I studied in Sao Paulo, I teach in Sao Paulo, I finished also. We at the office, we are linked with the university. We finished already our PhD in infrastructure.
Okay.
So this is not a new issue for us, and we try to put the academic activity together with the office itself. It's difficult somehow, but we don't want to be like schizophrenic one. But it's difficult to get a real contract on urban design projects, because it's difficult and so and so. But that's why I think the Biennale, it's a really huge opportunity for us to develop something, to produce something, to have the legibility of an international discussion, to go back home to say, look,